But there'll be a point at which time Elon's going to have to leave.
So are you an auto company, a specific date?
I would think a few months. But
Well, my friends, it is going to be over soon. Elon Musk, the tech billionaire and Tesla CEO, is stepping down from his role as the head of DOGE. He describes this short tenure as a revolution in government. He claims victory, stating he helped cut the federal deficit by $1 trillion. Now, with his mission accomplished, he's heading for the exits. But let's be real, this is not a clean exit.
You had Tim Waltz, who's a huge jerk, running around on stage with the Tesla stock price where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do! What a creep! What a jerk!
It's a carefully staged retreat. Musk's department claims to have saved $130 billion, not $1 trillion. That's only 13% of his claim. Even the $130 billion has not been verified by any independent agency. Some of these so-called savings date back to programs eliminated under Biden. Others are simply decimal errors where they overstated savings by orders of magnitude. Some programs that were canceled never even received any funds, resulting in actual savings of zero. So, Musk's claim of saving $1 trillion is just smoke and mirrors. This is how he operates. He overpromises, underdelivers, and then declares victory before anyone notices the fallout. Musk is trying to exit before the layoffs and the real consequences hit. He's cutting and running right as lawsuits start to challenge some of what DOGE has done. Oversight demands are increasing and public backlash is mounting. Moreover, Musk's businesses are starting to struggle. He claims to be working 100 hours a week on 17 different projects, but that doesn't allow him to focus deeply on any single one. Tesla is struggling, SpaceX is struggling, and X is struggling. Shareholders are getting restless. This pattern is familiar. Musk swoops in, grabs headlines, and pushes superficial changes. When real work begins or when the public relations turn sour, he exits. Republicans have long argued that government should run more like a business. They got their wish, and it looks bad. We see layoffs and unchecked power, a complete lack of accountability, and a billionaire walking away before the dust settles. Did Musk save the American government? Did he end waste or fraud? We still don't have a single person charged with fraud. Investigations take time, but if there was as much fraud as he claims, there would be arrests and prosecutions. Musk is bailing before the math catches up to him. Is this reform? No, it's a performance. The saddest part is that we are all left holding the bill. The most terrifying aspect is that this has bamboozled and grifted the very people who will hurt the most from it. Did you know that countless commercial databases and people search sites are storing your personal information? Anyone from employers to former partners can access details about your online presence, home address, phone number, email, and even your political views. Europe has laws offering some protection, but in the US, this data is widely accessible. Even the FBI buys this information from companies. Elon Musk's exit from DOGE is more than just a resignation. It raises questions about the motives behind his abrupt departure. Musk touts his time there as a triumph, but the reality is far more complex. He claims to have made significant contributions, framing his tenure as revolutionary. Yet his actions suggest a retreat timed to avoid accountability. This is not merely a farewell, it is a calculated move. Musk has boldly asserted that he has cut the federal deficit by a staggering $1 trillion. His confidence is palpable. But how much of this is reality and how much is rhetoric? The narrative he spins is one of victory, with him at the helm of transformative change. Yet the numbers tell a different story. The so-called success appears to be little more than a mirage. The figure Musk presents is not just inflated, it is misleading. The actual savings he cites amount to $130 billion. This is a fraction of the trillion he claims to have saved. Even that number lacks credible verification. Upon closer examination, it becomes clear that many of these savings are not new achievements. They are often merely reflections of prior policies or erroneous calculations. The truth is muddied by embellishments. Many of the savings Musk highlights stem from programs already cut under previous administrations. Some of these programs never even received funding. This raises a critical question. Where did the alleged savings actually come from? In some cases, the numbers Musk provides are simply wrong. Decimal point errors and miscalculations play a significant role in this narrative. The reality is that the claimed savings do not hold up under scrutiny. Elon Musk has a well-documented history of over-promising and under-delivering. This pattern is not new. Each time he steps into the spotlight, he makes grand claims that often fall short. His approach is not just about innovation, it is about creating a spectacle. He captures attention with bold statements, but often leaves behind a trail of unmet expectations. This time is no different. As Musk exits, the specter of layoffs looms large. His departure comes at a time when scrutiny of DOGE is intensifying. Legal challenges are on the horizon, and the calls for accountability are growing louder. By stepping back now, Musk avoids facing the fallout of these issues. He leaves behind uncertainty for those who remain. This is not just a personal decision. It has ramifications for many. As Elon Musk steps away from DOGE, his other ventures face serious challenges. Tesla is grappling with production delays and fluctuating demand. SpaceX, too, is encountering setbacks in its ambitious projects. The chaos extends to X, formerly known as Twitter. This platform struggles with user retention and content moderation issues. Musk's distractions seem to have a ripple effect on all his companies. Shareholders are voicing their concerns. They expect results, not just headlines. The pressure is mounting, and Musk's ability to juggle these responsibilities is in question. The Republican narrative around Musk's departure paints him as a visionary. They celebrate his bold claims and his attempt to run government like a business. Yet the reality is far less glamorous. Their enthusiasm often overlooks the consequences of Musk's actions. Layoffs and disarray within DOGE are the result of prioritizing spectacle over substance. This approach does not resonate well with the average citizen. Many Republicans have called for government efficiency. They wanted a business mindset. But what they received was a chaotic experiment that left many disillusioned. With Musk's exit, the question of accountability looms large. Who will answer for the decisions made during his tenure? The lack of transparency is troubling. Investigations into mismanagement are ongoing, yet no concrete actions have taken place. The public deserves answers, but those in charge seem to evade scrutiny. This pattern of behavior is not new. Musk often sidesteps responsibility. His retreat from DOGE only amplifies this issue. The performance versus reform debate. Was Musk's time at DOGE a genuine attempt at reform, or was it merely a performance? The evidence suggests the latter. Real change requires hard work and commitment. Musk's approach focused on headlines rather than meaningful progress. The illusion of reform is easier to sell than the reality of it. When the smoke clears, what remains is a system still in need of repair. The performance may have dazzled for a moment, but the underlying issues persist. The impact on the public. The impact of Musk's departure resonates beyond the boardroom. Everyday people are left to navigate the fallout. Layoffs and uncertainty create anxiety among workers and families. Trust in leadership erodes when promises go unfulfilled. Musk's exit is a reminder of the fragility of accountability. The public deserves better than empty rhetoric. As the dust settles, the ramifications will be felt for years. Citizens will bear the consequences of decisions made in haste. Data privacy concerns. In the midst of this chaos, data privacy issues loom large. Personal information is more vulnerable than ever. Numerous databases store sensitive details about individuals. Employers and others can access this information easily. The lack of regulation in the U.S. contrasts sharply with protections in Europe. This disparity raises serious concerns. As Musk navigates his exit, the public must remain vigilant. The potential for misuse of personal data is significant. Awareness and If you are concerned about your financial security and are thinking about investing, check out the first link in the description. It's the platform I use, Interactive Brokers. Click the link to learn more. Enjoyed the video? Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more.